A good parent will move heaven and earth for the sake of their children. And for Reverend Frank Schaefer, it meant being suspended from his Methodist church to officiate at his son's gay wedding. Please welcome Reverend Schaefer and his son, Tim. Welcome to the show, Reverend Schaefer and Tim. Now, you officiated at your son Tim's wedding to your husband in 2007, and you were suspended for 30 days. Now, some people think that you may be defrocked for this, and I know pastoring, people consider it a life's calling. Would you do the same thing again if faced with that?
The answer is absolutely, because consider my crime. What did I actually do? I blessed the commitment of two people that were in love for each other, and one of them was my beautiful son, Tim. So.
Isn't that your church does not recognize homosexuality? I mean,
unfortunately not. The United Methodist Church does not.
It does not. You are also, Tim, your church is very important to you in your spirituality. So this was almost as much a trauma for you.
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up, obviously, as a pastor's kid in the church, very involved in playing instruments in our worship team and the youth group. So this put me through, a really tough time having to testify and share my story. I was really struggling with coming out and thoughts of suicide when I was younger.
Really?
How do you feel about the fact that your father is showing that he loves you more than he loves what the church is saying?
Both of my parents have really affirmed me and loved me unconditionally since I came out and supported me, and I'm so proud of my dad for taking a stand.
But you had hoped, Reverend, that this might make a difference in the church, by your own example. Has it?
I think this really opened up the discussion for it, definitely, and I think we are going to take another look at this. And what is important in this is that the church must listen. The leaders of the church must listen to stories like my son when he shared his story in the witness stand. I mean, there were tears because he shared about his struggle, how he had perceived the messages from the church as hateful and had caused him to go into depression and suicidal thoughts. The church must listen to all those people out there that are going through this.
But this is not there are many churches that do not condone, that do not accept same-sex marriage.
That is correct, but I think we're behind the times, and we need to start taking another look at this, because we are talking about people that were created in the image of God, just like everybody else. They did not choose this. This is who they are.
Speaking of not choosing, you have Tim is the oldest. You have four boys? Four?
No, one girl.
One girl, three
boys.
But 3 of your 4 children are gay.
That's correct.
So we were talking about, do you think, how do you reconcile your faith and, your sons being gay? Because if they asked you to officiate at their wedding, you would do the same.
Absolutely do the same again. Absolutely. Because I love them so much. There's no difference to me. They were created gay and I'm created hetero. What's the difference?
I have to ask you a difficult question. Does the church say, look, 3 of his 4 children are gay, must be him, must be you?
I've heard that.
I'm sure you have.
I've heard that, and moreover, when I first found out about my son, I went through that same struggle because, it built into culture, basically, and these questions are out there. So I asked myself those questions, am I at fault here? Because it was still hard for me, even though I accepted him and loved him, it was still hard to go through this. So my message is also to all parents out there, if you have a gay child, please know they're going through an extreme struggle. And you must accept them and just love them, because otherwise you might lose them.
Thank you so much for coming and talking to us about love and acceptance. We want to thank Reverend Schaefer and his son Tim. We will be right back.